season, but that was the Penguins Crosby-less that came in here and did that, and the Avalanche didn't play well. It's going to happen from time to time, but it sounded from their coach and individuals after that game that it was like, okay, quit it here now. Yeah, we banked a lot of points, but it's time to get our collective act back together. I think with an idea that they had the Stars in their building on the horizon. For Dallas, I'm really curious to see what they look like after the loss. Even in that game, look, they made all kinds of uncharacteristic mistakes. They weren't good with the puck. That team, the Utah Mammoth, have been able to beat the big boys. They are not just an also-ran. They're a problem for a lot of the teams atop the Central Division. And they played great, and they earned the victory. But now you look at it and you're like, okay, the Stars went 15 straight games without a regulation loss. Then they got drilled. And I remember back in 99, like right after it ended, they got blanked, and then they got blanked again in Western Canada. And then they only won two of the 7 games coming off the 15-game run of points. So, this is not easy here tonight and then in Minnesota to get your act back together and back into the win column, or at least get a point out of it. So it's intrigue all over the place here tonight.
I think that's something that you and I were talking about and kind of waiting to see how they would parse that first loss in forever, is the fact that this week does set up the way it does with the two opponents being Colorado and Minnesota. Maybe help mitigate that, because there's no time to really dwell on the loss of streaks, and there were so many that flew out the window. Instead, you circle this one and you go back to everything we were talking about at the top with the standings race for what likely is going to be the President's Trophy.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're not dwelling on it by any stretch of the imagination, and their focus is right back on what they had been doing consistently during the point streak. And this is not any kind of slander on Casey DeSmith, but it was Casey in that, not Jake Ottinger. Otter's going to come in here where he was remarkable and almost solely responsible for the Stars getting the full 2 points here long ago in game number 2 of the season. On the other end, with goaltenders, we'll talk more about them in a little bit, but they're trying to figure out who the number one goaltender is here, and it's going to be Scott Wedgwood here tonight, but they used both of them last game in their building.
So you kind of touched on Jake Ottinger and what he did way back in October, and then the game little less than 2 weeks ago. It has been such a curious 2-game season series, because both 5-4 shootout finals where the road team won, and pretty much universally everybody watching both games would say the home team was better, probably decidedly in both. It turned out to be special teams that carried Colorado a couple weeks ago, and then it was go Jake go back in game number 2. The fact that these two teams haven't played each other that much, but those two have gone that way, what does that tell us about this matchup, if anything?
Yeah, well, the curious and sort of raise your eyebrow thing about the two meetings is these are the two best defensive teams in the NHL. Like, they're 1-2 in goals against, and they've split 9 goals in each of the meetings. So I would suspect somewhere here, either tonight or the next meeting, it's going to be buckle down and 2 or 3 goals are going to win the hockey game. But, man, they just slam at one another. They really do. And, one side can get ahead. That was the case in Dallas. They chased the starting goaltender, and all of a sudden Wedgwood comes in and slams the door, and they got enough pop offensively to come back against anybody. But it is a little goofy that they've been as high scoring against one another. You don't expect it with these two teams, and whether it's a low-scoring 1-goal game or a high-scoring 1-goal game, it's what you would anticipate. But also, when you get these matchups over and over and over again, at some point somebody smokes the other side.
Find out if tonight maybe is that night. It's meeting number 3 of 4 on the season. They'll meet one more time back at American Airlines Center. That's going to be on April 4th. But a huge one here tonight as the Stars and the Avalanche duking it out as the top 2 teams in the NHL. We're looking at a puck drop of about 8:50 Central Time, but we've got you covered all the way up until then, so stay with us. We're going to take a break, come back with more from Ball Arena in Denver. This is Dallas Stars Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on The Ticket.
Morning people wake up for peace and quiet. McDonald's breakfast people, we wake up for the sweet rush of getting that warm, delicious breakfast right before it ends.
Be a McDonald's breakfast person and start your morning off with a $5.50 big breakfast with hotcakes, complete with a biscuit, sausage, scrambled eggs, and crispy hash browns, and pair it with a hot coffee. Order ahead in the app and pick up curbside. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I've got a big question for you.
Okay, this is Dan Direct from Flooring Direct. Please tell me it's not about snacks because I know we're running low.
Nope, but that is serious. I'm talking about tax refunds. What should people do with them?
Love your floors and let Flooring Direct take care of everything with the lowest prices in Dallas-Fort Worth.
And I know you've probably seen other flooring companies advertise 75% off or buy one room, get three free. Well, that's not savings if you mark it up by 75% before you mark it down. At Flooring Direct, we don't play those games.
And they offer 36-month, 0% interest financing and zero down.
Flooring Direct is trusted by thousands of homeowners and backed by a 4.9 out of 5-star Google rating.
It's tax refund season right now. Use it to finally love your floors again and get the lowest prices from Flooring Direct.
Schedule your free estimate at flooringdirectdfw.com. That's flooringdirectdfw.com.
Our pros are the nicest. We've got the best prices at Flooring Direct.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket.
Welcome back inside Ball Arena, Denver, Colorado. The Stars and the Colorado Avalanche, they are set for action. We are inching our way towards opening faceoff. You touched on it a little bit. Goaltending obviously is going to be so important no matter who's playing. But when you get two teams like this that can boast what they boast, let's talk about both sides. We start with Jake Ottinger, who will go back between the pipes. Last time we saw him, he was wrapping up number 2 star of the week, NHL-wide. It's been ups and it's been downs, but that's about as good of a week, especially considering the opposition that Jake's had all season. How critical is that considering where we are in the year?
Yeah, this reminds me of the game at home against the Vegas Golden Knights where you're going into it and you're like, Jake needs to be a difference maker tonight. Like, you're not going to win in Denver against an Avalanche team coming off a 7-2 shellacking without your goalie being one of, if not the star of the game. And, you know, he has the ability. He's proven it here. He likes the workload. He's going to get that. They're a high-volume shooting team. Like, he's allowed 2 or fewer in 5 of the last 6 starts. And the shootout loss to the Avalanche at home is that one game that wasn't sub-3. And I just think that he has to, especially early, probably exude that kind of confidence. It's the best stretch, I think, that he's looked this year. So just elongate that starting here tonight.
At the other end, it'll be our old friend Scott Wedgwood who gets the start for Colorado. And you touched on this before the break. It is kind of crazy because Colorado has wire-to-wire been the pace car in the NHL season. And they haven't just done it offensively. As you pointed out, they're number 1 in goals against and basically, again, have been all year long. And yet, we sit here close to the end of the regular season. They are on a President's Trophy winning pace. And they really do not know who their Game 1 starter would be if the playoffs started right now.
Yeah, I mean, when they won the Jennings back in 2002, it was Patrick Waugh. They knew who their number 1 guy was going to be. I mean, they're ahead of the Stars and all the chasers in that category as far as goals against. And Scott Wedgwood leads the NHL in both goals against average and save percentage. He came into that game like it looked like it was trending toward the Stars, maybe running away with a, 6-2 victory at the end of it. I think it was 4-2 when he came in, and he just cauterized the bleeding and played brilliantly all the way through regulation, overtime, and went 2 for 2 in the shootout after that. So he has that capability. This is an interesting matchup tonight, and everybody, it feels like, continues to talk about how they might need both goaltenders come playoff time. And they may just play both goaltenders come playoff time here in Denver.
So a little bit of a show-me game for Scott Wedgwood against his former club as he gets the start. And Jared Bednar, when asked about it before this game, just very frankly said he feels like the guy who deserves to get it right now. The Stars, they've got a lot to worry about this matchup with Colorado. So many times we've seen it, back-to-back playoff meetings, the division rivals. It feels like constantly the key will be, to whatever extent is possible, limiting some of the best players in the NHL. Of course, that's Nate McKinnon, Cale Makar, and then Marty Necas, who's led everybody with 7 points through the 2 meetings so far this season.
Yeah, they've split up Taves and Makar on defense here, which is interesting. You haven't seen that in a long, long time. And, you know, McKinnon is the guy, right? Like, in every which way. He drives their team. He drives their offense. He's tough to handle. He can be a little petulant from time to time. They're a deeper team down the middle than what they were before. And I want to see Roope Hintz come out of the Stars room tonight. I really do. Like, this might be one of those tough games where you don't have one of the best two-way center icemen available for you down the middle to help things out a little bit. But the Stars as a group have banded together and handled things marvelously. The scary part for me is the number 2 hole. Like, Brock Nelson has not scored an awful lot here lately for them. And if you go back to the series in the spring, you know, some of Nelson's best games for the Avalanche were in this building. And, you know, you can put all your attention you want on Nate McKinnon, and then you got to worry about something like that coming out of their 2-hole. So I'm fascinated by the center ice position heading into this one here tonight. And then, again, seeing whether the Stars can put the governor on Nate McKinnon here on his home pond.
Defending is obviously a 5-man game, and yeah, they'd love to have what they don't have in the lineup. The Avalanche are missing a bunch of people, as well as they're without Arturi Lehkonen, Gabe Landeskog. Logan O'Connor's been out the whole season but working his way back. Ross Colton. So there's going to be, if there are future meetings in the spring, there's going to be different personnel. But with who the Stars have right now, they're going to roll the same defense and the same pairs and the same look that they've had ever since Tyler Myers first checked into the lineup. That was the game after these two teams last faced one another. What have you thought of the 6 as a whole, and then those 3 pairs as individuals?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I thought this might be the time that Tyler Myers might get tried with Thomas Harley. You know, that's always an option, and maybe move things around a little bit on the road. We'll see whether that actually happens within the game tonight. But you have those 2 big trees on the third pair. Harley's played, I think, fantastic coming out of the Olympics in his performance there. And then you have really the heartbeat of the Dallas Stars in Miro Heiskanen and Esa Lindell. But you can't get them out there deployed the way you want on the road like you get at home. So they're going to have to play great as a group of 6 here tonight.
Table is set. We are ready to go. It's the Stars and the Avalanche taking the ice below us here at Ball Arena in Denver. Puck drop comes your way on the other side here on the ticket.
When the Stars want a landscape that's guaranteed to score, they trust Dakota Proscapes, official landscaping partner of the Dallas Stars. From irrigation to construction and maintenance, Dakota Proscapes brings all-star performance shift after shift. Whether it's schools, industrial parks, or retail centers, we put your properties on the power play. Always sharp, always game day ready. Call 214-592-0009 or visit dakotaproscapes.com. Dakota Proscapes, professional, dependable, always green.
At PNC Bank, an official partner of Dallas Stars, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Stars fans, this is your power play. North Texas summer is coming in hot, and On Time Experts is teaming up with your Dallas Stars to give one lucky DFW homeowner a free air conditioning system. That's right, a brand new AC before the real heat hits. No purchase necessary. Just go to starsfreeac.com to enter to win. That's starsfreeac.com. Restrictions apply. See official rules at starsfreeac.com. On Time Experts, proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
Big Bang Boom!
J. Alexander Law, standing on business. J. Alexander Law, standing on business. He gon' help you secure the bag. He gon' help you secure the bag. Just call 1-800-INJURED, and that's 1-800-INJURED. Standing on business.
Join us at the Texas Golf Expo at the Plano Event Center March 20th through 22nd, brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. The first 500 each day get a goodie bag valued over $250 with 10 rounds of golf. Plus, all attendees get a round from Arcus and a gift from Choctaw. Enter the Long Putt Challenge for a chance to win $5,000 and tickets to the Charles Schwab Challenge. Beat long drive competitor Bobby Ray. Got old clubs? Trade them in for cash and shop all of our deals at our biggest golf expo ever, March 20th through 22nd. Tickets and info at texasgolfexpo.com.
With the NHL app, you can listen to every NHL game right from your phone. And with home and away broadcast feeds, you choose your way to listen. Whether you're at work, at the gym, or stuck in traffic, the NHL app puts you right in the action all season long. Every team, every game, everywhere you go. Download the NHL app and never miss a moment.
Stars hockey on the ticket.
The ticket.
The 6 Olympic medalists on the Stars are looking for more hockey glory as they come down the home stretch of the season. Hear every Stars game on the ticket and get the latest from head coach Glenn Gulletson on the Hardline, Wednesdays at 5:55. The Musers and Daryl Razor Ray feed the masses hockey mind vitamins Thursday mornings at 6:55. Plus, Matt Duchene stimulates the sweet spot and Josh Bogorod lands on the invasion. Stars hockey, only on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket. Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket.
The ticket.
Welcome back inside Ball Arena, Denver, Colorado. Stars and Avalanche. Razor starting goalies we told you about beforehand. What an intriguing matchup it is.
It is, and again, I'll echo what I said just a moment ago. I think Jake Ottinger has to be stellar here tonight for the Stars. He was marvelous last time in this building. Scott Wedgwood, this will be an interesting start for him. Great off the bench in Dallas. How good will he be from the drop of the puck?
The puck is dropped and we are underway here at Ball Arena. The Stars dressed in the road whites, finishing up a lengthy stretch of home games where they played 10 of 12 on home ice. 6 of the next 8 starting tonight are going to come on the road. 2 huge ones this week here, and then Minnesota on Saturday. Backpedaling, Makar with control. Cale Makar feeds it up ahead, and Nichushkin took the line offside for the game's first whistle, 28 seconds in.
Big Val was the late game hero the last time these two teams met with a 6-on-5 goal. They had pulled Wedgwood. He scores after he rattled one off all the pipes, and then the dagger in the shootout all the way through overtime. He was pretty quiet prior to that, though.
He has been pretty quiet lately, but that goal and then another one a couple of games after, the only 2 in a long stretch for him, have been critical ones for the Avs, who have the puck on the left wing. Parker Kelly around. Sam Malinsky's got it on the right wing. One lineup change for the Stars. It comes up front. R2 Huru gets the night off. And it's Nate Bastian who checks back in. Offside this time against the Stars, 54 seconds in.
Yeah, I'm interested to watch that line for Dallas tonight. You know, Oscar Beck has not played an awful lot of center ice this season. He's primarily been the left winger on that line. Radek Faksa, the anchor in the middle. Obviously, Radek has been out for a while here now, but you have 2 guys that haven't played a ton, and when they have dressed, haven't played a lot within the game. But they've manufactured both physicality and some goals and some biggies.
Stars have the line of Duchesne, Ben, and Steele out there. Continues to be so productive for them. The Avalanche control, and in neutral ice, they flip one in. They counter with the line featuring Nazem Kadri in his return. Was picked up right at the trade deadline, and I mean right at it. Literally the last minute. The Stars will clear it out in front. One-handed by Ben. It's across the line. Duchesne offside, and some speed bumps of whistles here. Just 1:19 into the hockey game.
Well, you can already see here we're very early, and both sides want to guard their own blue line like it's a life purpose. You know, that's why you're getting offside. There's not a lot of room. There's been heat coming back with forwards. The defense are staying up, not just. We'll see whether this turns into a little more territorial here. Put the puck in behind and go get it.
Stars drive one in from center, and Brent Burns playing it around. Burns playing in his 992nd consecutive game, the second longest streak all time. Up ahead where it's touched, Bardakov gives his shoulder to Niels Lundqvist. Avalanche, because of all their injuries, both here and the American Hockey League, as a penalty coming up. It's going to go against Bardakov. For the Avalanche, an offensive zone penalty, delayed call. And Jake Ottinger heads to the bench as the Stars bring it up ice. Thomas Harley holds up. Was mentioning that Colorado back to a conventional 12-6 as they touch the puck here. They had been playing 11-7, and one of those 12 forwards, Bardakov, is going to head off on an early penalty, 2:06 in.
Yeah, and way up ice. He's in a forechecking role, and it's a long way away from Scott Wedgwood in their net. He just got engaged with Nils Lundqvist down deep. Stick was in there. He dropped the stick and everything. It didn't matter. And one of the tipping points of the game in Dallas was the Avalanche's power play. And if you go back for long stretches in this series, whether it be playoffs or regular season, the Stars' power play is a major weapon for them, and they probably need it tonight.
Dallas coming off an 0-for-3 game on Monday night against Utah that snapped a 12-game run of contest with at least one power play goal. Cleared here by Nichushkin, and the Stars will go back. The early tripping call against Bardakov. Just over 2 minutes into the hockey game. Stars carry it out. Wyatt Johnston with 22 power play goals, but Dallas comes offside while up a man.
It's a weird play right at the blue line. Usually Miro Heiskanen is not up in the middle, and he and Brock Nelson engaged, and Miro ended up sort of getting shoved. He almost took himself offside, so they'll start again outside the blue line. The Avalanche penalty kill has actually fallen from 3rd to 6th in the 10 days between the last time these two teams met. So they've hemorrhaged a few.
Colorado having a rough stretch here. They've dropped 2 in a row. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games. The Stars within 3 points of them in the standings and trying to close that gap to as little as 1 with a regulation win tonight. Johnston this time cleanly over the blue line. It's touched off. Robertson from the left wing wall. Upstairs, Heiskanen goes back to Jason Robertson. Robertson shoots, and it hit Jamie Benn on its way in. Right back to Benn. Off the stick, up high, Heiskanen. At Duchesne for Heiskanen. To the left wing, Robertson. Hangs on to it from the face-off dot. Now the corner, Johnston plays catch back to Robertson. Top of the zone, it's Miro Heiskanen. He's got Robertson. They carry him over to Wyatt Johnston. Robertson with 52 left on the power play. Early in the hockey game, no score. Turned over. Drury didn't clear, but off a deflection, Devon Taves does.
2 good plays by their forwards out there. First, Parker Kelly cut off that pass from Jamie Benn, and then Drury just won that battle on the boards. They get it down and get fresh guys on.
Unit switch for the Stars as well. Maverick Bourque. And then Thomas Harley, one of 2 defensemen on this second unit with Lindell. Bourque behind the net, dribbled away from him. Michael Bunting slowly around for Harley, now back for Bunting. He's got Bourque, stops with the skate on the right side half wall. Maverick Bourque in front was looking for Bunting. The feed got through him. It's up to Nichushkin, who can backhand it all the way down. It'll kill off the remaining seconds on the power play. 4 seconds left as the Stars bring it through center. They cross the line. They're charging in. As out of the box comes Bardakov. Dallas is 0 for 1. They remain on the attack, even strength. Harley, shot, wanted the tip from Bork. It went wide. Sam Malinsky angles it. And the Stars' Harley banks it back off of Bunting. Dallas in the midst of a change. With speed through center ice, it's Kadri, stood up by Leon Bischel coming across the blue line, lost his balance, stayed upright. A reset and a touch-up. It's McKinnon turning wide on Myers, and the backhand tried on Ottinger, stick side, it wouldn't go. Leon Bischel with some room. Big man skated it out, hits the brakes for a bit, back for Tyler Myers, and off the stick of Ernie. Wedgwood stays put, giving orders to Malinsky, who retrieves. Drury handles it and then skates out through center into Dallas territory. The drop pass for the former star Yoel Kiviranta, who got knocked down by Adam Ernie. He leads all Stars in hits since the Olympic break, and that's even with sitting one of those games. Wyatt Johnston, and Taves took it back over. Almost 5.5 into the hockey game, no score. Dallas and Colorado, top two teams in the NHL, third of 4 meetings on the season. The final one that comes here a mile high at altitude in Denver. Kadri on the shoot-in from center. Esa Lindell is the first back to the puck. Nick Waugh takes over, comes back to him on a deflected pass from Duchesne, fed it to the slot, and then pinballs around off skates. Having it for a moment was Duchesne, a little mishandle, put him in the crossfire of Waugh's check. Shot blocked wide. Brock Nelson hops on it for Colorado, stripped away by the Stars, and they clear. Cale Makar back behind his defensive net. Both teams in the midst of a change. Expected a playoff-style game in what has been a playoff-style atmosphere. That certainly was the case 2 weeks ago back in Dallas. You could hear it from the anthem. There are a lot of Stars fans, and they always make themselves audible during the chant of the anthem. The Avalanche protected home ice there as well with a course of boos as Ritzkovian checked by Manson in front of the benches. At the left point, Thomas Harley couldn't get it past. Nichushkin has a step, countering the other way. Val Nichushkin saved by Ottinger. Nichushkin, the takeaway. And then the break, 2/3 of the ice. Big save for Ottinger with 13-14 left in the first. We'll step aside. Zeros on the board. The Stars and Avalanche. It's Dallas Stars hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on the ticket.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
The Stars on the ticket.
The ticket!
Birthday boy and the Razor Boy with you from Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado. No score between the Stars and the Avalanche. We're about 7 minutes in, and it's Central Division week. Mammoth, Avalanche, Wild, and then the Knights are the dessert on Sunday. The Atlantic is arguably the best division in the league. All 8 teams are 500 or better in points percentage, but the Central is a monster up top. By far the best quality atop it. We're going to see all of them in a little, almost mini round robin, it feels like, here in the month of March, with everybody, Wild, Stars, Avalanche playing each other.
And what's at stake for those teams atop the Central is avoiding the other ones. The playoff format that's been a big part of the discussion as of late. 2 versus 3 are going to face off. Here's Wyatt Johnston feeding in front. He wanted Robertson. His stick was tied up, cutting through the slot.
Looked like that one should have just went on net. Maybe look for a rebound or try to score himself. Robertson was double covered through the slot.
Heiskanen missed on a backhand attempt to play the puck. No harm for the Stars as it innocently sails down to their zone. A breakout led by Esa Lindell. Then off a deflection from Robertson, Kadri. He gets bumped off at neutral territory. Tyler Myers in retreat, feeding for Heiskanen. And then off the stick and out of play. Blackwell put it right off the glass by the end of the Avalanche bench.
Yeah, just trying to relay it into the zone and right near Mackenzie Blackwood, the backup netminder. The game so far, the Stars haven't really had a scoring chance yet, despite the fact that they had the power play. The Avalanche with that chance for McKinnon on the rush coming out of the penalty kill, and then obviously Nichushkin on the little bobble at the blue line from Thomas Harley.
That Nichushkin chance is the only recorded shot on goal. Is another puck out of play. This one over the benches, and we've seen this as well through 7.5 minutes, clogged up with a lot of stoppages.
Yeah, they are not sprinting around here as of yet. They are having a tough time getting any kind of flow going. It looks sticky down there.
Avs have it from their blue line. Taves with it, as you mentioned. Usually it's Taves and Makar. And while there have been in-game changes, it's almost like a foregone conclusion they start games on the same pair. That's not the case here tonight. It has been a tough little run here for the Avs, especially defensively. At the left point, Taves with it. His shot goes wide. Malinsky, his partner, activates down the right wing wall and spun it in behind the net. Cut off by Bischel. He ties up there with Kiviranta. Hard work down by Dallas, and a big collision as Parker Kelly came in to meet Myers. It was like running into the side of the Rocky Mountains. He popped right down, did Parker Kelly. Just a car crash as he took on 57, and it didn't work out.
You may want to go after Bischel again like he did in the playoffs. Take on the other big tower back there.
Brock Nelson lifted the stick of Duchesne out of his hands. He's able to re-corral. Go back down the defensive wall, pick up the puck. And the Stars will bump into some open ice. First there is Niels Lundqvist. Shot it to center, Josh Manson, and then Waugh. Back for Brent Burns, now 41 years old. Burns taking his time behind the net. A stare down with Sam Steele as personnel changes on both sides. Crowd making some noise. Puck still hasn't moved the trapezoid. Now it does. Up half the ice where Bardakov touches in. Gavin Brindley on this fourth line. They recalled Ivan from the Colorado Eagles to round out those 12 forwards. It is a Colorado team that, even missing the personnel they do, they ride their top guns. So you're going to see 20 minutes plus for their big players, most likely throughout this one. Up front, that is. Esa Lindell. He's now behind the net. Crowd with a different reaction when the Stars defenseman camps out there.
Both teams going with their controlled breakouts, and neither's been very good. You can credit the defensive posture maybe a little more, but this has been a very circumspect beginning to this one.
We are over half a period into the hockey game. 0-0, still just a single shot on goal belonging to the Avalanche on the Nichushkin break. Stars carry through center ice. Leon Bischel, he fires one in. Gloved down by Myers, but taken away Nichushkin. Goes rink wide. They're in with speed. Natchez for McKinnon. Nice move. Swallowed up by the back check, though, before he could do anything with it. Wyatt Johnston got there, top of the slot. Pinned up along the boards. Nichushkin weaving to some open ice. Around to Malinsky. Malinsky stutter step. Nice job to get past Robertson. Spin by Nichushkin. The handoff in the corner. And the return pass intended for Nichushkin, who got dropped at the net front after it skipped in on Ottinger, who covered it up. That was Leon Bischel. So 9:10 left in the first, still no score. That big bruising blue line of the Stars, they've made themselves noticeable. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Stars Hockey on the Ticket.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-857-8866. That's 800-857-8866. 800-857-8866.
When you want a new car, you want it now. That's why AutoNation moves at the speed of savings. Right now, put your tax refund to work at AutoNation. Even drive with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. No speed bumps, no detours, just great prices on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Save on thousands of vehicles with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. Act fast, save now at your nearest AutoNation store. 60-month max term financing on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 3/31/26.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket!
Well, gang, so far it has not lived up to the hype. We are 11 minutes in here at Ball Arena in Denver. There have been 2 shots on goal, both for the Avalanche. And they've sort of stopped and started and lurched a little bit. The defensive thing is a big thing. First goal is a doozy, though. The Avalanche almost never lose when they score first. 10 wins and 16 losses when they serve up the first one.
Stars play it all the way down the sheet, and it's Malinsky who sends it around the boards. Not out, though. McKinnon juggles it and ahead for Nichushkin. 2-on-2 through center with Natchez. Then the Stars got back to take it away. Jamie Benn, soft toss off the boards in front of the benches. Quick reload into the zone from Colorado. Marty Natchez, his pass across, skipped off skates and worked up high to Taves. Off of McKinnon, dropped it off side of the crease and fought for, controlled by Colorado. At the left point, Natchez, the forward with a shot, unable to get through, and the Stars backhanded to the red line at center. Clock continues to tick, 8:20 and counting left in the first period. Zeros on the board between the Stars and the Avalanche. 2 5-4 shootout games in the first 2 meetings. One very early, one 2 weeks ago. Road team won both times. Stars are trying to keep that trend going by any score here. Nazem Kadri going wide on the attack. Offensive zone, and his turnaround shot from the right wing circle was blocked. Colin Blackwell carries it to center. Shoots it deep. Wedgwood hasn't felt the puck much. Plays it behind the net. Cut off in the corner, and now it's Brock Nelson who got checked, turned over, and up high at the blue line. Blackwell, his wrist shot, and hit a sea of bodies in front of Wedgwood.
It's happened at both ends. It's tough to get a shot through.
Nelson weaving 1-on-3 while the rest of his mates change. Puck hops over to the blue line. It's kept in by Nelson, flung off of the lower body of Heiskanen, and then cleared out by the Stars. Cale Makar stretches on the angle feed. Parker Kelly into Dallas territory. Got spun around and separated from the puck by Tyler Myers. And back for Liam Bichel. Collision in the corner. And Kelly did at that same corner go after Bichel and bounced off of him as well. The Avalanche through center ice. Kulak, who was a trade deadline pickup. He lifted it off the netting, out of play, and it stops the clock with 6:45 left in the first.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that they're trying to do the things that usually, lead to opportunities in the wake of it, which is physicality and forecheck and puck pressure and all that. But the Stars positioning in their own zone and their positioning on the move has broken up a lot of passes, attempts, all that. The Avalanche have had a tough time getting shots through, and the Stars obviously an impossible time getting shots through. They haven't had the puck in the offensive zone all that much.
The Stars have really limited the opposition ever since that game against Colorado, as it's offside here against the Avs. Another quick whistle. The last 5 games combined, Dallas has only allowed 20 total shots against. That's against Chicago, Vegas, Edmonton, Detroit, and Utah, all in the first period. An incredible way to start hockey games, but to your point, both teams live in that life now.
Yeah, I mean, some of it has been just how the game's played in the month of March, final full month, and it gets tighter checking. Well, another offside, man. It is grotesque down there at times, trying to cross the 2 blue lines into offensive ice. Like, I don't care who you are. You're looking at this thing, both teams coming off getting, smacked across the face with losses at home, and there have been 2 combined shots in 14 minutes, and both of them the Avalanche.
See if it gets uncorked here in the final 6.5. The Stars chip this one off the boards, and a rolling puck back to the Colorado zone. Malinsky sets up shot behind the defensive net, fed over to the right. Taves, the return to Malinsky. A tough hop off the backboards.
Tough pass.
And he got jammed a bit, and they lived to tell about it as the Stars were caught offside, so couldn't bring the puck back in. Malinsky this time himself just carries to center and shoots it in softly. Niels Lundqvist starts the rim around, and a rink-wide pass for Steele. Ben had to retrieve to get it. Off of a stick and played over the corner glass and into the seats. 5:38 now left in the first period. No score from Ball Arena in Denver. This is Dallas Stars hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on the Ticket.
It went downhill really fast. They were upping my prescription to the point that he said, can't go any higher. They wanted me to do bifocals, and I refused that, so I did contacts and readers.
Meet Tisha, talking about her motivation to have lens replacement from Clearsight.
No, I didn't even qualify for LASIK. If I did that, I'd still have to wear the readers, and I was like, well, that's not worth it. I want to be done. This way, I'll never get cataracts. My vision will be perfect.
And how her life has changed, thanks to Clearsight.
It's 100 times better. I mean, being able to see my paperwork and my computer screen and not have to mess with the readers and pull them off and on, and it's the best thing I've ever done. It's the best surgery I've ever had.
No more readers. Goodbye bifocals. Look to the future with lens replacement from Clearsight. For a limited time, enjoy 0% financing for 36 months on LASIK or lens replacement at Clearsight. Call 214-380-2020 or visit clearsight.com to schedule your free, no obligation eye exam. And remember,
2020 or it's free.
And you're going to love what you see.
I'm Matt Allsbrook, the Texas Law Dog. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call me from the scene. Photos fade, witnesses vanish, and the story changes fast. Your car might be wrecked, but your case doesn't have to be. Call me from the scene so you can focus on staying safe, while my team protects your case. When you're injured in a crash, you need more than a lawyer. You need a local team who truly cares and is going to fight. I'm Matt Allsbrook, the Texas Law Dog, and that's what my team is here for. Hit me up at thetexaslawdog.com. That's thetexaslawdog.com.
Stars hockey on the Ticket.
The Ticket.
Well, at most, it's 2-0 if you, Josh, and I are the netminders in this game right now. The Stars have only attempted 2 shots. Neither have found their way to Scott Wedgwood. It's a 0-0 game with 5.5 minutes to go in a first period that has been extremely tight checking, and at times a little unvarnished with the puck on attack.
Based on our playing resumes, I'm guessing your team would be winning 2-0.
I don't know about that.
All right. We'll see. We'll let the audience decide.
At worst.
I'm just glad I could keep it within 2. Nelson back in the defensive zone, up ahead for Kadri. Through center ice. The soft bank off the wall. It's up off the high corner glass. Stays in play. A feeling out process and then some through about 15 minutes. Would have been offside if the Stars would have touched it there, and then it's played via high stick, so we were getting a whistle one way or another, and that's kind of emblematic of what we've seen so far.
You know, the Avalanche have had an interesting season. Jared Bednar, their head coach, is in his 10th year behind their bench. His team was a runaway avalanche of success through New Year's Eve. They went out to a 32-7 mark, but in 2026 they're only 14-11-2, and neither side can really get themselves out of neutral here in the opening period with the puck.
It is that run in 2026 parlayed with what the Stars did in the historic run of their own that closed what did feel like a once perhaps insurmountable gap that's anything but right now in the standings. Liam Bischel back to collect inside the Dallas zone. Touched at center, taken by the Avalanche. And then the Stars steal it. They come in, and the shot misses the net wide from the left side off the stick of Bunting. Dallas resets in their defensive end. Tyler Myers, the puck carrier. Up to center where he shoots in. Wedgwood stays put. Around it goes. Makar pinned by Maverick Bork. Then Bunting behind the net. Spit out in front. We're cleaned up by Nichushkin. Val darts down the right side. Chip and a chase from him. Heiskanen got there with that sweep check to poke it up the wall. McKinnon from a tight angle sent a skipper through the crease. Ottinger got a piece to help send it wide.
May have even gone off of Miro Heiskanen in front of the net, right in front of Jake.
Turnover, and the Stars walk back in. Wyatt Johnston to Robertson, the one-timer, and a save made. Wedgwood, that's the first Star shot in the hockey game. With 3:55 left in the first, Wedgwood hangs.
16 minutes, and a big one-timer off the right wing side from distance, right in the belly button on Wedgwood. And it might take a goal to unclog this game. It's all bunged up. The game needs a little X-lax. They're not going to get it, perhaps, before the first intermission.
In that first meeting that the Stars played here October 2nd, it was the second game of the year. It was Thomas Harley who opened the scoring very late in the first period. See if either team punches through. Eventually a winding route to the 5-4 shootout win. Stars at the blue line. A shot. Hit bodies in front. Never got to Wedgwood. Played to the point. Kept by Harley. And then rimmed around. Niels Lundqvist able to keep it down behind the net. Jason Robertson slipped it to the slot. No one there in white. Malinsky clears it to center, and the Stars hold up there. Lundqvist knew a check was coming. Safely moved it to Robertson, who's now back in. Maverick Bork on the right wall. His shot gloved by Wedgwood.
It was a good shift by that line. It started with a face-off win, and it was actually Wyatt Johnston that ended up winning possession of the puck. He did not take the draw. It was Maverick Bork who took the face-off on the right side, and from that, the real first spell in the offensive zone in the opening period for the Stars to work things around, and they're going to get another offensive draw to the left of Wedgwood here, and showing a little bit of spirit here late in the opening frame.
Jamie Benn to take this face-off for the Stars against Brock Nelson. Nelson was a trade deadline acquisition from the Islanders last year. There's a shot that redirects just wide. They've got Wedgwood side to side, put it through the crease, but unable to wrap.
That was Duchesne cruising to the front of the net. That was close.
Nick Waugh across the line, sends it over to the left wing side. Avalanche now in the attack zone. Nelson and Ben pin up along the boards. Both guys tumble down. There's a penalty coming. It's going to go against the Stars. Manson, his shot stopped by Heiskanen, and a holding penalty. Ben and Brock Nelson were stapled along the wall, and Dallas is going to go.
Jamie's cruising back to the Stars bench. I don't think he understands. He wouldn't anticipate that he's going to get a penalty. It's kind of a ridiculous call. I mean, this happens all over the ice. Both guys fell down. Jamie had his stick around him a little bit on the boards, but that's where the puck initially was. So a gift power play. Man, Glenn Gulletson was a little ticked at some of the calls in Dallas when these two teams met. And costly, right? The Avalanche scored a couple of power play goals.
3 of their 4 goals were basically Extra attacker goals. They had the late 6-on-5 and then those 2 power play goals. The Stars clear it all the way down. It was a 5-on-5 clinic from the Stars against the taken by Natchez on the left wall to Nelson. Back for Natchez. McKinnon on the end line, top of the left circle. Marty Natchez. Makar, Natchez is in his skates. He faked the one-timer. McKinnon the spin on Heiskanen. Nate McKinnon over to the right wing side. Kadri, Natchez. Natchez shot blocked. Right up to pressure was Oscar Beck. 47 left on the power play for the Avalanche. They've got the puck in the Star zone. McKinnon to Makar. Makar off a stick, goes low. Kadri, Makar, he scores!
The defenseman that was in the low slot right in front. It's just bang, bang from there. So a very iffy call on the captain is a deadly one for their power play as the beat goes on in the last couple of games in that regard.
Cale Makar hadn't scored a goal in 5 games. That was his 3rd longest drought. It ends on the power play at 18:33. It's his 20th goal of the season. Collision by Myers back on Kelly. Just over a minute remaining in the first period. 1-0. Colorado has the lead. They've got the puck in the Stars' end. Myers throws a check, knocks down Drury along the wall. It's up and out of play with 55.3 on the clock.
Yeah, Makar had assists in each of the last 2 games, but those were his only points in the last 5 games, and you know, probably prompting the change on defense from Taves as well. I mentioned earlier when they score first, I mean it's problematic. They're 34-2-4 when they strike first, and a late opening period tally on the power play has their tail in the air.
It is the 4th time in his career that Cale Makar has hit 20 goals in a season. Shot by Taves, and broken stick turned into a tough play in front of Ottinger. Had to make a point-blank save, and it's cleared. Colorado from their end, up to Nelson. Touch at the blue line. Nelson juggles in. Shot was blocked. Staying with it was Harley. It remains in play. Worked over to the left side. McKinnon with a shot deep in his crease. Ottinger was able to absorb that. No rebound. 30.6 left in the first.
Well, right off that faceoff, Brock Nelson was all alone in front of Ottinger and maybe too close to him. He was isolated. Not a lot of badgering from the Stars defensively, and he couldn't put it home. And then instead of the one-timer from McKinnon, he stopped it and shot it. Even though Ottinger wasn't squared up to him, he absorbed it. A good stop, important one.
Dallas controls here off the defensive zone faceoff. Under a half-minute remaining in the first period. Niels Lundqvist has room to skate. Toss to the corner of the Colorado zone. McKinnon banks it to Nelson. Drop pass turned over. Stars left side shot, missed the net. Jason Robertson after an unnecessary giveaway by the Avalanche.
What are they doing? McKinnon has it. At that time in the period, he could just skate it the length of the ice.
Final horn sounds. Wouldn't that have changed things for the Stars? They finished with only 2 shots on goal in the first. The Avs, for their part, only a half dozen, but have the power play goal. It is Cale Makar's 20th goal of the season from Kadri and McKinnon at 18:33 of the first.
Yeah, you know, until the power play goal, really until the penalty, which didn't seem like it was really in the grand scheme and scope of this game, and that in the corner and two guys get pinned and fall down, you think it really should get called. But prior to that, you're thinking this is a dream opening period for the Stars on the road in this building against that team with what's on the line tonight. And then all of a sudden, bang, Makar in the slot, and they're chasing it a little bit.
Stars will try and reset in between the first and second period. Fans stick around because coming up next, it is the Kia first intermission report. Michael Dixon, Bruce Levine.
Power play scores. Let's just call that a perfect first period.
When we come back, Alex Ryan-Emmy and Chris Mitchell will take over in the NHL Tonight studios with the intermission report, scores and highlights from this game and around the world of sports. We'll also hear from Avalanche.
Cool prizes. On the Makar power play goal, it's the Colorado Avalanche who lead the Stars 1-0, 20 minutes through from Ball Arena. One period in the books here on the ticket.
Learn to skate at your local Children's Health Star Center with the Dallas Stars Try Skating for Free program. All new skaters ages 4 to adult can receive 2 free 30-minute sessions of instruction on consecutive Saturdays. Call 214-GO-SKATE or visit dallasstars.com/starcenters.
If you want to stay cool in the summertime and warm when the cold winds blow, any cousin, any neighbor, any Lone Star Stater's gonna tell you where you need to go. Give a call to Rescue Air and we'll be there. We're gonna put your mind at ease, and we're building our reputation by degree. Rescue Air, heating and cooling, serving Dallas, Fort Worth, and beyond.
At PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's gonna hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Fly to Philly, take off to Tampa, depart for Denver. Following your team on the road is more rewarding with the American Airlines Advantage program. Your flights and everyday spend not only earn you miles towards your next trip, but also loyalty points toward Advantage status. All the more reason to purchase both a home and away jersey. With status comes great benefits like priority boarding, free checked bags, and complimentary upgrades. Not a member? Enroll for free today at AA.com. American Airlines, you are why we fly. Terms and conditions apply.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Dallas Stars tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Stars and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/stars.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Slide, shoot, score, and more with us at Children's Health Star Center's Hockey and Skating Academies. Whether a pro or a rookie, we've got programs for all skill levels to help your child progress in hockey or figure skating. For more information, visit dallasstars.com/starcenters.
Hear the highlights and keep up with other games around the NHL. This is the Dallas Stars Intermission Report, brought to you by Kia on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Well, Colorado leads Dallas 1-0 after 20 from Ball Arena in Denver. Cale Makar with the game's only goal, that on the power play. Intermission show brought to you by your DFW area Kia dealers. Michael Dixon, Bruce Levine, Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket. Low event. For a while, shots were 2-0 Colorado. The Stars didn't get their first shot on goal until less than 4 minutes remained. Shots finished 6-2. Power play goal from Cale McCarr, Bruce. The only difference between the two there in that first period.
Well, Colorado's a team that likes to score first and play from in front. This is not a good number, so Stars fans, forgive me. Colorado is 25-0-3 when leading after one period. So this is a team that likes to get in front, play in front. I thought they were the better team in the first period. Dallas needs a little more offense. They didn't get enough puck penetration and chances to put pucks towards Scott Wedgwood in that first period. Defensively, Dallas was strong. First opportunity was a Val Nichushkin breakaway, but aside from the 5-on-4, I thought Dallas did a good job of keeping Colorado away from the danger areas. Of course, McCarr gets the goal. Ottinger makes a big save on Brock Nelson with under a minute to go, keeps Dallas within one. All in all, not a bad first period for Dallas. Hits 13-11 for Colorado, so they're playing some pretty much big boy hockey right now.
Yeah, a lot of physicality doled out on both sides in that first period. Period recap and highlights brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play. And the Stars got an early power play. It was Nils Lundqvist who was tripped by Bardakov in the Dallas zone, but it was kind of a sign of things to come. The Stars' power play wasn't bad necessarily. They had the puck, they had a couple of chances, but they didn't force Scott Wedgwood to make a save. No shots on goal on that early power play for the Stars.
And that's one of the problems with the Dallas Stars power play right now is, yes, their first unit power play, at least going into the Utah game, had the power play had scored in 12 straight, but we're not seeing the crispness. We're not seeing the puck movement. Colorado attacked Dallas on the power play, forced Jason Robertson to his backhand a couple of times, and they were able to clear. We're not seeing the slot shots from Dallas. No shots on goal in that power play. Everyone says power plays are hot, then they dip a little bit. Well, scoring power play goals 12 games in a row, they were due a dip. We're seeing that dip right now. However, the second unit in straight lines, Michael Bunting had a good look in front. Second unit looks a little bit stronger right now. I hate to say it, but the first unit is really sort of struggling out there, and they certainly did in that opportunity.
So, Stars with a chance to take an early lead, and instead couldn't generate a shot on goal. And then Jake had a big save there. In fact, it was the first shot on goal from either team, and it came inside 14 minutes to go in that first period. It was a breakaway from Val generated on a turnover at the opposing blue line from Thomas Harley. And Val had a good look. Jake, his first save was a tough one.
Yeah, Ottinger makes a good save as Val Nichushkin. Unlike the penalty shot where Val can cut wide and then reach back around, he just came in and tried to go blocker side and glove side between the glove and the body of Ottinger. Ottinger comes over and makes a nice save. Val Nichushkin, going to the trade deadline, there was some talk that Val Nichushkin might be on the trading block because he really hadn't shown up for Colorado much this year. The two games we've seen the last few weeks, Val Nichushkin has been a force. In that first period, for me, he was the most notable Avalanche player offensively on the ice. Ottinger makes a nice save, but if Val Nichushkin brings his A game, that's trouble.
And then Ben called for holding, and the Avs with a late power play opportunity. And all anybody is talking about with regards to Colorado is how stunning their power play has been this year, and not in a good way. 30th in the NHL, coming in 31st at home. Yet don't ask Stars fans about any of that, because you could easily be fooled on that power play. The Avs convert and make it 1-0.
47 left on the power play for the Avalanche. They've got the puck in the Star zone. McKinnon to McCarr. McCarr off a stick, goes low. Kadri. McCarr, he scores! Cale McCarr on the power play. He opened the scoring for Colorado in the game 2 weeks ago. He does it here tonight in Denver.
Yeah, so Cale McCarr with the power play goal. That gives Colorado a 1-0 lead. Kadri McKinnon the assists, and 4 for 11 in the season series against Dallas, 3 for 6 in the last 2 games, that Colorado power play.
Yeah, Colorado had the puck in the Dallas zone the entire time. Dallas never they got to clear off the initial faceoff, but that was it. Once Colorado brought it back in, they were able to move the puck, wear Dallas down. This is not exactly a slot play going low to high like the Stars do to Johnston in the middle. This is Makar just drifting down, and Kadri from the left side gets it to Makar. Odger can't see the pass. By the time he catches up with the shot, it's going far side and in. Colorado this year, going into this game, power play at home, 14.5%. Overall, 15.8%. Against the Dallas Stars, they are up at 36.3% success rate on the power play. If these two teams do meet in the postseason, Dallas has some work to do.
All right, 1-0 Colorado after 20. The intermission show brought to you by your DFW area Kia dealers. Coming up next, we'll check with Bruce on the out-of-town scoreboard. This is Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket.
The buzzer is sounded. The puck is about to drop. Time to get your fave Lay's chips. Stars fans, whether you're stomping and chanting in the arena or hosting the ultimate watch party, Lay's has the perfect chip for you. So make it spicy, make it savory, make it tangy, make it your own. Lay's, official partner of your Dallas Stars.
History's masterpieces wouldn't be the same without their most notable accents. Neither would the Kia Sportage without its multiple drive modes. The Kia Sorento without its expansive 12.3-inch panoramic display. Or the Kia Telluride without its 3 rows of spacious seating. The Kia SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available.
Hey, Stars fans, look no further than the Children's Health Star Centers for the coolest birthday party in town. With 4 different packages to choose from, you can find the perfect party that works for any size group. Enjoy private ice time, party rooms, pizza, broom ball, and more for the best party around. So be sure to think of the Children's Health Star Centers for your next birthday or private event. For more information and inquiries, please visit us at dallasstars.com/starcenters.
Car wreck? What happens next? Thomas J. Henry knows you deserve to get compensated for your injuries. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com. The name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Grab your brackets, play hooky, and join the ticket at Myers Garden tomorrow for a College Hoops first-round watch party. Join the Invasion, Sweet Spot, and Hardline for 10 hours of first-round College Hoops. Food and drink specials, prizes, and ticket fun.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Dallas Stars tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Stars and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/stars.
Want to hear something incredible? That's Eleanor. Just 10 hours after being born, Eleanor was airlifted to Children's Health and met by our expert team trained in cardiac and critical care. At 4 days old, she received a stent to help her heart pump blood to the rest of her body. And today, she's a happy, healthy 1-year-old. That's incredible. That's Children's Health. Incredible together.
TXU Energy Ultimate Season Pass means predictable savings in an unpredictable world. With 50% off energy charges during peak winter and summer, plus even more months of automatic savings. So when spring feels more like winter, or when summer just won't quit, you can rely on Ultimate Season Pass for savings when you need them most. More than $450. So while Texas weather keeps surprising, you can keep saving. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Visit TXU.com for more information. Rep number 10004.
Hi, it's Kathy DeWitt Dunn with DeWitt & Dunn Financial Services. Just like a great hockey team needs a solid defense and a winning playbook, your retirement needs protection, reliable income, and minimized risk. Now's the time to schedule your complimentary consultation with DeWitt & Dunn and let us help you retire like a champion. Call 972-473-4700 or online at DeWittandDunn.com. We have teammates standing by right now. Get it done with DeWitt and Dunn.
When you want a new car, you want it now. That's why AutoNation